Hello students, in continuation with the previous presentation about salient features of Indian Constitution, the fourth point is federal system with unitary bias. The Constitution of India establishes a federal system of government. It contains all usual features of federation. Two governments, division of powers, written constitution, supremacy of constitution, rigidity of constitution, independent judiciary, and so on. However, Indian constitution also contains large number of unitary or non-federal features. Example: strong center, single constitution, single citizenship, flexibility of constitution, integrated judiciary, appointment of state government by the center, all India services, emergency provisions. So, hence, Indian constitution has been variously described in federal in the form but unitary in spirit. So, these are the federal systems with unitary bias. Next salient features is parliamentary form of government. Constitution of India has opted for the British parliament system of government rather than American presidential system of government. The features of parliamentary government in India are presence of nominal and real executives, majority party rule, collective responsibility of the executive to the legislative, membership of the ministers in the legislature, leadership of the prime minister or the chief minister, dissolution of the lower house, that is Lok Sabha or assembly. Six is synthesis of parliamentary sovereignty and judicial supremacy. We all know Indian constitution gives full power to the Supreme Court. All the uh, major decisions, amendments, schemes, implementations were decided in Supreme Court. The doctrine of sovereignty of Parliament is associated with British Parliament, while the principle of judiciary supremacy with that of American Supreme Court. Just as Indian parliamentary system differs from British system, the scope of judicial review power of Supreme Court in India is narrower than that what exists in the US. This is because the American Constitution provides for due process of law against that of procedure established by law contained in the Indian Constitution. This is in Article number 21. The seventh salient feature is integrated and independent judiciary. Indian Constitution establishes a judicial system that is integrated as well as independent. The Supreme Court stands at the top of integrated judicial system in the country. Below it, there are high courts at the state level. Under the high court, there is a hierarchy of subordinate courts, that is district courts and other lower courts. This single system of courts enforces both the central laws as well as the state laws, unlike in the USA, where the federal laws are enforced by the federal judiciary and the state laws are enforced by the state judiciary. The Supreme Court is a federal court, the highest court of the appeal in India. The fundamental rights of the citizen and the guardian of the constitutions. Hence, the Constitution has made various provisions to ensure its independence, security of tenure of the judges, fixed service condition for the judges, all the expenses of the Supreme Court charged on the Consolidated Fund of India. So in India, the Supreme Court is the independent judiciary where the important amendments are done in the constitution. The eighth is the fundamental rights. Part 3 of the Indian constitution guarantees six fundamental rights to all citizens. What are that six fundamental rights to the all citizen? First is right to equality. Second is right to freedom. Right to equality is in Article 14 to 18. Right to freedom is in the Article 19 to 22. Right against exploitation is in the Article 23 to 24. Right to freedom of religion is in the Article 25 to 28. Cultural and educational rights is in the Article 29 to 30, and right to constitutional remedies is in the Article 32. So we can see here there is an anchor, and he is the very open-minded, open speaker, and Indian Constitution of India gives the freedom to all of us, just like us. We can see the news anchor is there, and we see that and we listen how boldly, how openly he speaks about any system, even against the government. So there are more salient features we'll discuss in the further presentation. Thank you.